Hello everybody, welcome back to Space Pickle Designs. Today I thought I would bring out this palette of black and silver. Black, silver, clear, vintage looking beads here. Look at these crystal drops. And I would want to make a bunch of New Year's Eve themed earrings. So if that seems fun for you, just stick around. Okay, so let's just see the beads that I pulled out here for us. See what we're working with. I got some of these melon beads here. These are all gonna be in black and silver. I got these beautiful Swarovski hearts that we might use for some earrings. And I mean, what better day to use crystal than New Year's Eve? And I wanted to go for that like old money look here. Now these are also Swarovski components. They're not foiled, so they're a little more muted, but they still have that black detailing on the front. And this is a Baroque pendant, and those of you with strong ears might be able to wear this. So might have to try that out. What other shapes do we got? These are really the star of the show. I got this at a local bead shop in Florida, I think. Let's see. Yeah, it doesn't show, but I'm pretty sure it was Florida. And these look to have been around for a while because the tag was already yellowed. I guess that doesn't really mean anything, but these are stunning. I mean, they were a pretty penny. Let's see, $10 for that one strand, but I thought they sparkled enough to where it was definitely worth it. We've got some of these, let me see, check glass sunburst. These are like little black sunbursts. I got this in a Sam's bead box. And I thought that goes well with that vintage feel. I also got some Swarovski black pearls over here, some other Swarovski components, more star or hearts with the like patina finish on them, the black patina. So that looks really cool. So let's see what we're gonna get into today. I'm gonna go with silver findings here, and let's just get into it. Okay, so for the first pair, I'm just gonna do this simple pair of easily wire wrapped here. I just really don't think this needs much else. This earring is just gonna speak for itself. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna wire wrap the top. I'm gonna do a decent, you see a decent loop on top. So I just used the second hole in the pliers there. I'm gonna wrap it a couple times, probably 3 times. This is 22 gauge soft flex. Put that in the back. And then I'm gonna load this bead up. I'm gonna do, this is a 3mm jet bicone. My nails are too long. And then one of those gorgeous melon beads. And then another jet bicone here. And then here, we're gonna do another decent size loop. And I think I'm gonna go up to the 3rd step on this plier here. Make the circle with that. Let's see if that will hold the Swarovski component. Flip it up. And then I'll take my pliers here, flip that back down, wire wrap that 3 times as well, and I'll cut it in the back. Yeah, my nails are way too long, y'all. Cut that in the back, tuck that in. And so now we want to turn one of these loops. So I'm going to turn the top loop so that this is going to face flat when you wear it. So I'm going to turn the loop. So this is how it's going to hang. Make sure, yeah, there we go. So this is how it's gonna hang. And then we'll just put our ear wire on that. Close it up. Make sure it's nice and good. and that is the first earring. I'll go ahead and make the next one, and I'll speed that up. Okay, so here's our first set of earrings. And that is a patina pendant here. That's the Swarovski 6040. Looks, says 20 millimeter, I think. And that has a black patina coating on it, along with the jet black bicones that are also Swarovski, and the check melon here. And this is a silver plated ear wire from Softflex. So take a look at those. Those are gonna be perfect. Those are really perfect for any day, honestly. It's not too much sparkle. The crystals aren't foiled, so pretty cool. Okay, let's move on to the next one. Okay, so here's my idea for the second pair. Let's get out some head pins here. These are Softflex as well. So gonna use the silver ones. And I'm gonna make 3 drops here. And let me see. I'm gonna do this. A saucer. So this is a jet squish saucer. And then for the sides, I think I'm gonna do 1 3 millimeter bicone, like that. And then for the middle, let's see. I just wanna make sure the height is right on these. I'm gonna do a squished spacer as well. And then I think 3 of the 3 millimeter bicones. So let me see what the height difference is on that. Yeah, we're gonna need 3. So it should hang kind of like that. And then we'll do the same thing on the other side. Squish spacer, 3 millimeter bicone. And this is what I'm hoping for here for the drops. And then for this, we're gonna do a messy wrap, I think. We're gonna do a messy wrap so that the coin always faces front, which I always like to do. So let's just get these wrapped and done with here. I'm gonna make these a small loop. They're gonna be wrapped though. I want this to look vintagey, and I really feel like a wrapped loop, I don't know, just gives it more of a, I want it to look handmade. I don't want it to look manufactured, so just go ahead and let's see, straighten up this loop a little bit. I'm gonna cut this towards the back here. Okay. In here, could use all of that head pin. Make sure it's all tucked in there. Okay, yeah, don't squish too hard because those are crystal. All of it is crystal, so take it from me. Busted mini bicones. Bicones seem to be like the easiest to break too. Okay, clip this in the back. Okay, so here are our drops. I'm gonna make a huge loop on the bottom so that they have a little bit of room to spread out. So we'll see. Let's take some 22 gauge. I'm gonna take a good piece, like 10 inches, because I'm gonna wire wrap. Let's just start with the top. That can be a small hole, so we'll just take it on the smallest. And I'm just gonna make a couple loops because we're gonna be wire wrapping with the excess. That's the best part. Okay. Load up the coin. We're not gonna put anything on there because we're gonna do the wire wrapping like I said. So this is gonna need to face outward like this. And don't worry, this loop is gonna be covered up pretty much. So straighten it out the best you can. She's ugly. Actually, let's redo that. She's really ugly. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna have this facing out like this. And then I'm gonna take, let's see, I'm gonna use my second step on these pliers. And then I'm gonna go up to probably next to last. Let's see. So we have a giant loop at the bottom here. Let's see how it looks. 1, 2, 3. Oh, it's so cute. And I like that the big loop is like part of the design. Okay, so we're going to hold this loop. Now the main part is to make sure this circle doesn't get distorted. Okay, and then we're gonna bring it up the back. I'm gonna hold it with my left hand. Actually, I'm not. I'm gonna try to wrap this without distorting it too much. Okay. So I wanted it to be messy in the back there. And then we'll tuck this in. And we'll put it on an ear wire. Okay. Ooh, so look at that. I really love that giant loop at the bottom there. I think it's such a cool little element. You can also make yours smaller if you want. You could do more messy loops if you want. I might add a little bit of really thin gauge wire to the end of this. We'll see though. So let me go ahead and make the next one, and then we'll decide if we want to add a little bit more wire to the design. Okay, so we're back, and here are those beauties. They're so sparkly. I loved this strand so much. I'm gonna be so sad when those run out, but some lucky person will get to wear these on New Year's Eve or any other really date night event. And yeah, let's go make one more pair. But look at, oh my gosh. So I think I'm gonna start listing the earrings that I make in these videos on my Etsy shop for just like super cheap, just so that we can keep buying more supplies to keep the channel going. So if you know of any people that like to buy jewelry, or other men maybe that need help buying for their spouse or girlfriend or whoever, or boyfriend, who knows, yeah, just send them my way, because I'm gonna set, like, these are vintage crystal most likely, and they're gonna be sold at a pretty good price. I'll probably list these for like $15. So those are pretty. Okay, so this is my thought process for the second or third pair, and y'all know I had to do it to them. Had to use the Swarovski hearts. Had to do it. Maybe you want to propose to your sweetheart on New Year's Eve. That's a good idea. Maybe, I don't know. If she says yes, or he says yes, you know, who knows. But what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna make the connection with the heart with soft flex, because I like this black soft flex here, and then we're gonna do a cool little wire wrap around situation with this middle component here, and then we're just going to attach it to the ear wire. So let's get started with the soft flex component here. We're not going to need that much. This is probably 4 or 5 inches, 4.5 inches, something like that. We're just going to feed the soft flex through. We're going to put a crimp tube on, and really all I want to do is make sure that everything that you see, I just like that black, the pop of black right there. So we're gonna put this, we put both strands through, right? Okay, so we're gonna pop it down as, you know, pretty comfortably. This is what it's gonna look like. And then we're gonna take one of these wires and we're gonna pop that right back on through. Now this is the tricky part. You gotta get your stuff situated. Basically we're doing like a figure 8 here, as if you can see that from the side. We're gonna make this top loop pretty small, and the small loop, but you just have to make sure that you can get your pliers in there. So we're definitely gonna make this loop smaller. So that's looking pretty good to me. Let me get my pliers on here, and I got the magic crimpers here. I love these things. So this is about as comfortably far down as I can get without scratching my crystal, as you can see right there. So we have one strand going up, one strand going down. We're gonna crimp, make the ravioli, crimp to the side, and then we're just gonna take little bites until this becomes a little bead. And now it's just part of the design. So we got a cute little bead here. And I'm using soft flex crimp tubes as well. They just work the best. And I get a ton of them. If you get the design kits, they always come with, well, I won't say always because I don't know, but every time I've gotten them, they've come with their crimps. So we're just gonna cut off this excess. And this is our little heart. So that's our little heart connection here. Use your pliers to straighten out a little bit. The soft flex is very malleable here. All right, so it's very strong, and I love that pop of black with a little silver detailing. So then for this little, I'm gonna call it like a little tube connector thing. Basically what we're gonna do, I'm gonna use 22 gauge still. I don't really like using that much thinner, but I'm gonna take a big piece, like probably a foot. And again, we're gonna do just a wire wrap loop at the top with the smallest, on my bail making pliers, I guess that's what they're called, but the step pliers, just using the smallest loop. This is gonna be at the top. We're just getting this going here. I'm gonna do 3 loops. I always like to do 3, I don't know why. I think it's just because it's like the perfect amount of space to do what we're about to do here, which is make some funky wire wrapping. And let me just tuck this in. This is a little bit sharp here. Okay, so now we're gonna make our stack. So we've got this long excess piece of wire here. We're gonna make our stack. So I'm gonna do a black pearl. And then we got, it's probably a 5mm round. So it's a 4mm pearl, 5mm round probably. And then we're gonna put it all the way down. We're gonna do another tiny loop, and we'll adjust the loop directions in a bit when we see how the soft flex is gonna lay. But I think we're gonna want it like perpendicular. So making another small loop, and then turn it to the side, open this up a little bit just so I can slip this heart on there, which is so cute. And then flip this back down. I'm gonna hold it with my pliers, and then this is the fun part. We're gonna make sure we do at least 3 here. And then we are going to wrap up the entire beaded component a few times. So we're now back at the top. Gonna hold this with this hand. Do a little bit of messy wrap here. Let's go down the component one more time. Now we're back at the bottom. Do a big old messy wrap at the bottom. And then once you figure out what your back, what side your back is going to be, excuse me, which is this is going to be my back here. I'm going to cut off this excess right in a place where I can then tuck it in to the design. So that's our back here. Let's see, where's our heart? Okay, look at that. Look at that little guy. I love using the soft flex. Just gives it, like, especially if you use like a pop of color. I went for the black this time just because this is the theme that we're going with. But look at that. Look at that beauty. That's how she's gonna lay. So let me go ahead and get the next one done, and then we'll wrap up this earring blitz. Okay, so here's our matching set. Look how beautiful they are. Such sparkle. I love the little sparkle that we tied in here in the middle. All right, so let me go clear this off and we'll look at the finished products. Okay, so I brought you in so that we could see these up close. Here's the first pair that we made. Beautiful little Swarovski component on the bottom with that black patina. A little check melon bead with a little teeny 3mm bicones. Our second pair are these vintage looking crystal drops on a big old loop here. We wire wrapped all the components. Kept it simple up top so that the bottom could speak for itself. And then the third pair, I think this, I'm not a big heart person to be honest, but I really think these might be my favorite. We used soft flex at the bottom to create that heart component, and then we did a messy wire wrap middle component there, and we tied in that silver sparkle to the top and bottom, and look at them shine. So I hope this inspired you to make some New Year's Eve themed earrings, and if you do, tag me in your projects on any social media. I'm pretty much on all of them. But I hope everyone has a safe holiday season, whatever you celebrate, if you don't celebrate at all. But just stay safe and well out there. Everybody's been sick, so I'll be thinking about you guys. All right, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.